All right, so the test run went unbelievably bad. There is water coming into this boat in the most unusual spot, and I just cannot for the life of me figure out how in the world water can be getting into this boat. I've checked everywhere underneath it. Um, Turns out, after taking it out and putting it back on the trailer, this time the boat sat about an inch or two to the left of where it normally sits, and sitting right there on that running board on the trailer is the most bizarre cut into the fiberglass where obviously the water is getting through. But that was only part of my troubles, because as I had this sinking boat heading back to the marina to put it on the lift at night, the prop shaft came flying out of the transmission into the rudder. So in this video, we're going to be patching up a slit on the bottom of the boat, as well as putting the shaft back into the transmission and giving it a test run to see how she does. Stick around. All right, so I've put this boat in a couple times and it's taken on water, and for the longest time I can't figure out how water is getting into this boat. And I think that there is a slit or some kind of a hole breach, and it's sitting underneath this rudder right here. So I'm doing this in my garage. So that's going to be my fancy jack, because I just got to jack it up off of that just a little bit. All right, so this trailer is too heavy on the back. I got to get it up to fix a fiberglass crack right there. So I'm gonna hook up the truck and jack it up with this thing I made. All those people that know what they're doing are about to lose their ever-loving mind watching this. Yeah. Let's see. Alright, step one, we're going to use a little bit of acetone and just make sure this is nice and clean before we even start sanding. I'm going to take some 120 grit sandpaper here. That's nice. Step three, acetone again. Let's get it nice and clean and ready for the epoxy based patch that we're going to put on there. All right, step whatever we're on, we're going to use a product called Marine Tex, which is for very small, simple patches like this without taking all this fiberglass back and doing a true fiberglass patch with actual fiberglass and epoxy resin. This isn't epoxy based, it should work. So that's our hardener. That's our epoxy. Oh, that stuff. I've done enough epoxy work to know that you don't go shy on the mixing. Just a good minute or two at least. Good amount of that to go up and all right, so here's a look at this marine text after I got it put on. Apologies, I can't find the footage of sanding it down, but needless to say, it did the trick. It worked just fine, and no more water coming into this boat. All right, let's tackle this next problem of the prop shaft falling out of the transmission. That's it. Can you shove it in there now?
Yep.
I don't know. A little more. Nah. A little more. More. Yep.
I mean, that's in past the dirty here. I'm gonna guess this goes like this. Tighten that down in that little groove so it doesn't move.
Okay, so my friend there is not correct. That is not where that coupling goes. It actually goes by the stuffing box, right where the prop shaft goes out of the boat. And it's actually there in case that does come loose. It stops the prop from slamming into the rudder, which is what this boat actually did. I went back and looked at video from previous shots, and no, it was not in the right spot. So congratulations. I'm gonna have some problems with the prop, which you're about to see. A little scary here. It's actually going pretty good. This is the first test run, putting the prop back in the boat. You doing this? buddy Matt. This is really the first test run here of this 86. So far everything sounds really good. Man, this engine just sounds so amazing. Everything's looking good up here. We got the new mirror installed. I'm gonna open her up and let's see what she can do here. That's not a good vibration. Feel it?
Yeah. That feels okay. That's what I feel.
Yeah, I feel it here though. And the steering. That's a lot of vibration.
Yeah.
Well, she's gonna be good for putting around. So after looking at everything, kind of concluded that you can see that when the prop came loose, it ran right into the rudder here, and whatever hit first, you can see the big gouges that are in here. But this one right here is bent really far back. And you can see it almost like it hit and stopped right here. I might have hit this very one first, but I think that this will be something that can be bent back by a prop master without having to be all machined or actually replaced. All right, so as you can see, we got two new projects that I've never done before. So if you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure you do that. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. And in the next video, I'm going to be removing the prop, taking it to a prop shop. I will show you guys how they actually repair these things. In addition to that, we're going to be restuffing the stuffing box to show you how to properly set it so the stuffing box doesn't overheat, but water doesn't fill your boat.